Hello everybody, I am going to run through an example of testing your schema of your API response and doing that in a way that uses flows. So I haven't been able to find a way to actually show the response body schema as a kind of store that as a whole in order to compare it with a schema that you might have available. But what I can do is show you how I've been able to create a test for this and then execute a flow, which we'll take a look at now, to check that has indeed worked. So I'll show you the kind of step-by-step how I did this. So the first thing you'll need to do is create a schema test. So the schema test for me looks like this. In order to not put loads and loads and loads of a full schema into my test, in order to keep that quite clean, I've exported the schema that I've generated into an environment variable called create booking schema. We can see that here, that's the full schema that I've exported. And I've done that by going to jasonschema.net, clicking the get started button, and then pasting in the response JSON. So I'll go through that here. So a valid booking generates a 201 created response, which is the response that I want. I just take that, copy that response body into json.schema, hit submit, and then this generates the schema for me. I can then copy this, go back into Postman, copy that as a variable, just paste that in there, and save it as a string. And then when I look at my test, I just need to refer to the create booking schema variable that I've created there. And I'm checking that the response that comes back matches the schema that I've generated. That's my schema test there. So in Flows, I generate the authentication because I just do that. It times out every 10 minutes when using this particular API. Generate that create booking. I'm adding a condition to check that the response, the test response, so I'm not using the usual response thing here that goes to the condition. I'm actually using the test output, and that goes into the data of the condition, and I'm just checking that my test result is passed, which is the same as checking this thing here. I then output that to two different summaries depending on whether the test has passed or failed.